Friends, welcome to you all around the world. Welcome to Follow the Money Radio. So grateful to have you here along for the ride. We have yet another good show lined up for you today as we close out our 5 Levels of Financial Freedom series that we've been doing now for many, many weeks. Today is episode number 451. We've entitled today's show, The Wealth Playbook. Unlocking Advanced Investing and Income Strategies is really what this podcast is all about. So today we're going to dive into that wealth playbook. We're going to unlock those strategies that go beyond the basics. And as an economist and as an investor, as a trader, as a trading coach, and as someone who has spent years navigating the world of economics and finance, I am excited to share some insights on investing and income strategies that I think are more advanced, that I think you're really going to enjoy. So buckle up and get ready for a deep dive into entrepreneurship, trading tactics, and diversified income streams. Whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur or already a seasoned investor, there's something here for everyone. So let's open the door to financial possibilities and explore the wealth playbook together. All right, friends, so welcome back to the concluding episode here of our 5 Levels of Financial Freedom series. We embarked on this series many, many weeks ago, and we've gone through all of the different levels. And today we're in level 5 of the 5 Levels of Financial Freedom. Before we move forward, I just want to briefly recap where we've been. Remember, the 5 Levels of Financial Freedom are designed specifically to help you understand how to not put the cart before the horse, how to build your financial life and your financial house in a way that won't be counterproductive, that won't leave you with gaping holes in your financial plan that could come back to haunt you later. So that's the purpose of the 5 levels. And we've had thousands and thousands of people over the years who have used these five levels of financial freedom to achieve their financial goals. Now, you can go back and listen, and I strongly encourage you, if you missed any of the previous episodes in this series, that you go back and listen to them. You can go back and listen to the episode on level 1, where that was episode 444, the first step towards financial independence is what it's entitled. In fact, episode 443, we kind of laid the groundwork for this series entitled The Roadmap to Financial Freedom. That was the name of that episode. So we talked about level 1, and in level 1, we talked about creating a charitable giving plan, creating a go bag, creating 3 months of food and water supplies, building a systematic savings plan, and then building 2 months of liquid savings, something very important as you're getting started on the path towards financial independence. Then we moved into level 2 of our 5 levels of financial freedom. That episode was episode 445. We entitled it Asset Protection 101. We spent a few episodes here in level 2 because level 2 is really, really important. We talked about asset protection. In that episode, we talked about how to examine and improve your asset protection, namely your auto insurance, your home insurance, and your liability insurance. I cannot tell you how many times people will do this. They'll go and they'll re-examine their auto, their home, and their liability insurance based upon what we've talked about, and they will find gaping holes or they'll find ways to save money. And that was really the purpose of that episode, episode number 445, all about Asset Protection 101. Then in episode 446, we got into safeguarding your future. That's where we get into the next part of level 2, examining and improving your income protection, disability insurance, health insurance, and long-term care insurance. These are things people don't like to talk about too much because it reminds us that we're all, mortal beings and that we all are going to face an end at some point in our earthly lives. And then we talked about in episode 447, securing your legacy. We talked about life insurance and wills and trusts. Again, another kind of a tough topic for folks, but it's a very, very important topic. Then we moved in episode 448 to the power of preparedness. This is where we moved into level 3. And we talked about building that moat, constructing the moat for, now that we had constructed that moat for your castle, now we're really beginning to build that castle out, building a total 6 months of food and water supplies, a total of 6 months gross income saved, and then diversifying that 6 months liquid savings. Very, very powerful strategies here. And then we moved into episode 449, where that finally took us to the fun stuff, where we get into investing, level 4, building and diversifying investments. This is where you really begin to build that financial castle. You've already laid the foundation, you've built the moat around it, and then you're laying brick upon brick and building that financial castle. And we talked about investing broadly across various asset classes. We talked about avoiding overweighting in any one area when you're investing, trading cash for cash flow when possible. And then in our last episode number 450, we kind of capped off level 4 by talking about creating multiple streams of income. One of the most important things that you can do, in addition to paying off debt, is to increase the revenue that's coming into your life, increase the amount of money that's coming into your life. And you can do that by, diversified income streams. So if you missed that episode, I encourage you to go back and listen to that strongly. Now today, as I mentioned, today's going to be a little bit of a shorter episode because some of these topics are they're pretty intense, and we're not going to, we can't do them justice in a brief podcast. We've certainly talked about many of these topics before, and they really each deserve their own podcast episode. And we're not going to do that for the sake of time in this series. But we have, as I mentioned, we've done many courses on these topics over the years for our members. We've done episodes on this podcast for these topics. But today, what we're doing is we're diving into level 5. This is the capstone of the entire 5 levels. And level 5 is where most people want to start. It's where they want to go first. This is what we talk about, the cart before the horse, so to speak. But quite frankly, this is the fun stuff. This is the exciting stuff. But this can also be dangerous. And especially if you don't have a plan, and if you don't have a foundation laid, and if you don't have savings, and if you don't have your moat constructed, and all of this, you may end up in a situation where you're in over your head. And that's why we put these topics in level 5. So level 5 is all about advanced investing, speculation, and advanced income strategies. And there's really many of these. So we're only going to scratch the surface by talking about a few in today's podcast episode. But these include opening or expanding your own business. So we obviously would love, people like the idea of starting a business, but many times they'll start a business before they have their foundation laid. So we're going to talk a little bit about starting your own business and opening your business, what that might look like, what that's all about, entrepreneurship. We're also going to talk about stock and option trading strategies in today's episode, very briefly. We're going to talk about internet marketing or affiliate marketing. We're going to talk about venture capital, and we're also going to conclude with some concepts of real estate strategies. So we're going to be talking about all of that on today's broadcast. And again, we're going to be going through it fairly rapidly because there really is a lot here, and we really can't do all of these topics justice. But I want you just to simply see what lies in level 5. So as you're working through level 1, level 2, kind of getting your finances in order, getting your financial house ready, then as you get to level 5 and you reach that place, this is where you really begin to move in a place of, advanced investing, quite frankly. And let's begin with the very first topic here, which we had brought up, and that is the idea of opening or expanding your own business. One of the most powerful things that you can do is start a business, right? Entrepreneurship is more than just a career choice. It's a mindset that holds the key to unlocking your financial potential. Each one of us have some sort of gift, some sort of talent that we can give to the world, and we can share that value. And when it comes to wealth creation, if you're trying to generate wealth and you're trying to start a business, do not think in terms of how can I get people to give me money, right? That's the wrongest way. That may be the end goal, of course. But what you're really looking for is how can I create value? What can I do to improve the world? What can I do to improve another human being's existence? The more that you spend time trying to help others, the more your success you're going to have. It reminds me of the famed motivational speaker. He's also passed away, but his name was Zig Ziglar. And if you've ever listened to Zig Ziglar, one of the things that he often said is that if you'll help people get what they want, you'll get what you want. It's a very simple concept, but it's very true. So many people oftentimes want to get what they want, but they don't think about others. And then they fail in business and they don't understand, why aren't people just giving me money? Why aren't they just handing me money? Don't they realize that, I have a business? Well, of course they may know you have a business, but are you providing value to them? Are you creating value? Wealth creation, you might want to write this down. Wealth creation equals value creation. If you don't create value, it's going to be very difficult for you to create wealth when it comes to, running a business. Now, running a business can be exciting. It can be very motivating. It can be something that's really interesting and neat. But the problem is it can also wear you down, right? And it can also wear your family down. So many of you who maybe have started a business and maybe it didn't go so well, not only can it cause strain on your finances if it's, like draining you, but it can also lead to, marital problems. It can lead to tensions in your relationships. It can lead to all kinds of difficult things as well. So remember, when you're starting a business, you really want to focus upon value creation. You want to be prepared. You want to do market research and financial planning and create a business plan and all of this. These are all the bedrocks of a successful venture. I think back over the years about my own businesses, the different businesses I've started, and all of them, the ones that succeeded were the ones that really delivered value. They were the ones that, it wasn't just something that I was just trying to do just to make money. In fact, when I first got started as a business owner, I didn't fully understand that concept. And I had some businesses that just didn't do so well. They kind of floundered. And it took time, and nobody just wakes up and is born and instantly knows all these things. You just learn through the school of hard knocks, unless you have a really good mentor and, you're just kind of out of luck. You just got to kind of learn through the school of hard knocks. So I would encourage you out there who are listening to say, okay, I've got my 4 levels of financial freedom built up. Now I'm in level 5. I've got some savings. Now I've got a cushion. Now I've taken care of my wills and my life insurance. I got my kids' guardianships. I got all this stuff taken care of. I've really thought it through. And now I want to start a business. Well, now you're in a good place to do that, right? You're really in a good place to do that. So you want to approach entrepreneurship with a strategic mindset, and you really want to make sure that you're providing value. But when I think back even about some of the people I've coached over the years who have started businesses, oftentimes the thing that I've seen is they either are in the wrong business because they are often trying to pursue their passion above creating value. It's oftentimes, and let me try to put this in a simple way, I've coached individuals who maybe they have a talent, or maybe they have a passion or a hobby, and they want to turn that into a business. Well, oftentimes that can work, but only to the extent that it's creating value for others. If it's only really creating value for you, or if it's only at kind of stroking your own ego, or if it's just making you feel better, or if it's just a way for you to relieve some stress, it may not lead to wealth creation, right? You have to really begin with the customer in mind. You have to find the pain points that people are dealing with and try to solve those pain points through your business. And if your business is not aimed directly at the pain points of your customer, the things that, that keep them up at night, the things that are causing them problems, if you're not solving a real problem for people, if you're not creating value in that way, it's just going to be difficult for you to, have a sustained business over time. And so I speak from experience on that. I've run many different businesses over the years, and I can tell you the ones that have not done well have been ones that I didn't think of the customer first. It was more of just, me, trying to move in my own direction and say, oh, I want to exercise this skill. Well, if you don't think about the customer in mind, you really don't think about that, you may find yourself struggling. So entrepreneurship is a worthy goal. It's not for everybody. Not everybody should open their own business. Some people are better off, just, being an employee and earning a good income from another business who handles all those aspects of running a business. But for those who have a certain temperament, for those who have ambition, for those who have drive, for those who can manage themselves, for those who don't need a supervisor telling them what to do, and who can really go out and be self-starting, entrepreneurship, I think, is a fantastic strategy. So the first aspect here, of course, being entrepreneurship. something very, very powerful. Now, the second thing we want to talk about today is we want to talk about trading strategies, right? Trading strategies. So in addition to simply investing, where you can just obviously buy stocks or buy ETFs, you can dollar cost average. And that's one of our favorite strategies for investing, is just simply dollar cost averaging, where you're just buying stocks on a regular basis, or buying cryptocurrencies, or buying whatever it is you buy, commodities or whatever it is. You're just buying on a regular basis. Now, the thing is that in addition to investing, there's something obviously that's different from investing that many people tend to kind of blur the lines. I think they're the same, but they're not. And that's trading. So trading is something totally different. Trading in the financial markets is a sophisticated dance of risk and reward. It really is. You really have to brace yourself when you get involved in trading, because trading is highly emotional. Now, I have taught thousands of people over the years how to trade. My expertise, if you want to drill down and say, where is Jerry's expertise? Well, I've learned a lot of things over the years, but trend trading and life insurance are probably two of the key areas of my expertise over the years. The aspect of life insurance planning and using life insurance in a estate planning situation or a business owner situation. That is something that I've learned a whole lot about. I've spent a lot of time not just learning about it, but also actually helping people in that area. But the other area that we would say my expertise is, when we're talking about the world of finance, would be trend trading. In fact, I've created my own trend trading software here at followthemoney.com. I use it. Our members use it. It's a really powerful way to trade the financial markets using our software and using our ideas. Well, that's what we do here at Follow the Money. We provide an incredible amount of trading education for people who say, look, I know how to invest. I understand that I can buy a stock and then just hold it for the longer term, but I may want to speculate. I may want to buy a stock and then turn around and sell it and earn that income from the difference, that capital gain, and then rinse and repeat, right? And so that's something that you can learn to do. Trading is not a game of chance, by the way. It is a calculated science. There is an art to trading as well, but it's certainly not a game of chance. It's not gambling. And in fact, if you're trading in a way that feels like gambling, you may not be doing it properly. It's not that way. You really want to have the odds on your side whenever you're trading. And there's ways to do that. And we're here to equip you with the navigational tools you need to handle those fluctuations in the market, and to be able to be bold when you should be, and to be cautious when you should be as well, based upon what the trend is telling us. So we really like the idea of trading stocks. We really like the idea of trading ETFs and options for extra income. You can do that. You can create portfolio income in your portfolio by trading. You can even go on and create a full-time income from trading. It's a difficult lifestyle if you're going to try to make it your full-time job. In fact, I would say that's probably one of the toughest jobs that I could imagine would be a full-time trader, because even though it may sound sexy to be able just to be a trader during the day, if you haven't been a trader, you may not realize the stress loads that often accompany the whole thing of trading. So trading, I think, is a wonderful skill set that you can learn that will really amplify your gains. It will amplify your wealth, and it's something that you can use in your, think of it as a tool in a tool bag that you can use to amplify your gains. If the market begins to move in a big upward direction, not only can you just buy stocks or cryptos or whatever you want to buy, but then you can also trade those along the way and amplify your income. You can also use trading to hedge your portfolio. That is, you can buy put options to be able to protect you from downside moves in the market. So as the market, as you're buying stocks for your portfolio, over time, you may want to be able to hedge that through trading. So trading is a really powerful skill. I teach everything from 101 to advanced strategies here at followthemoney.com. And if that's something that you're interested in, one of the very best things that you can do here at Follow the Money is check out our trend trading bootcamp. It's a 6-hour, just incredibly in-depth course that we created a few years ago. And it is very, very detailed. It's going to give you a lot of information, a lot of best practices. I mean, I traded my first stock back in 1996. And so, I guess it's coming up now on 30 years. I've been doing this and teaching people how to trade for a long time. And so I can save you a world of hurt and a world of pain from some of the dumb mistakes that every trader is going to make. And we've done some great podcast episodes over the years too on the topic of trading. We've talked about rules of trading and strategies for trading and strategies that work. And you just got to learn all that, either through the School of Hard Knocks or from somebody who's going to mentor you. And I mentor a lot of people here at Follow the Money when it comes to trading. And I think that can be a really powerful thing that you can add to your, toolbox to be able to earn more money, over time. I think it's a really powerful strategy. Now, what I want to do is I want to take a quick break. And when we come back, I want to move into a few other ideas when it comes to diversified income streams. I want to talk a little bit about internet and affiliate marketing and its potential. I also want to talk a little bit about venture capital and finally some advanced real estate investing strategies. We'll talk about all of that on the other side of this break. Hold tight. Hey friends, Jerry Robinson here from Follow the Money Radio. Are you ready to unlock the secrets to financial independence? I invite you to join me for a complimentary 20-minute discovery session. It's your chance to dive deep into our 5 levels of financial freedom and get answers to your burning questions. Together, we'll craft a roadmap to your financial success. Don't miss out on this exclusive opportunity. It's a limited time offer. Visit our website, followthemoney.com/coaching to schedule your free 20-minute session right now. Your financial freedom journey begins today. All right, friends, welcome back to the program. We are in episode 451. We've entitled this episode, The Wealth Playbook. Here we are in level 5 of our 5 levels of financial freedom. We've talked a little bit about entrepreneurship, opening and expanding your own business. We've talked about the idea of stock and option trading. And one thing I wanted to mention on options we didn't mention is the fact that we also have an options trading university where we teach exactly our 3 favorite strategies for trading options. And so that, again, is available in our store, but also in our memberships as well. So if you're into stocks or options, these are really powerful strategies that you can use through trading to amplify your income, to boost your portfolio, to protect or even hedge your portfolio. Very powerful stuff. Okay, so now let's move into the latter half of this broadcast and talk about the other ideas that you can implement in level 5 to expand your income, to build your financial castle, to be even larger. That next step that we would be talking about, some idea here would be internet or affiliate marketing. So internet or affiliate marketing. So internet marketing, of course, is just simply using the internet to market. Like maybe you have a product or a service and you just want to advertise. Well, one of the things that I learned early on is that if you can learn how to use Google Ads, effectively, or using online ads to sell a product, then you can really do well, especially if you can get it fine-tuned to where for every $1 of ad spend that you spend, that you can make $2. Well, then you begin to ask yourself, if I can spend $1 and make $2, well, how many dollars do I want to spend on advertising, right? Why not 10? Why not 50? Why not 100? Why not 1,000? Because if you're going to double your money, then that's a really good thing. Well, it doesn't always work out that way. And you take some time to really kind of fine tune that. Sometimes you can get, you spend $1 and you make $3. Sometimes you can spend $1 and make nothing, or maybe only make your $1 back. But internet marketing has tremendous power, and you can use social media for that purpose. You can use ads for that purpose. Really powerful. But one of the more unique forms of marketing online that is really not just an online marketing technique, but it really translates well to online is the concept of affiliate marketing. So whenever I first got started, in the internet, gosh, it was many years ago, back in the late 90s, I built my very first website and I learned how to code and all of this. And it was something that I really enjoyed. I really kind of enjoyed doing that. And one of the things that I early on found was the concept of affiliate marketing. Couldn't really believe it, but I found these businesses that were trying to, get their product out there. They were trying to promote their product. And instead of just paying for ads, maybe to Google or Yahoo or whoever, they said, instead of paying them for, the sales, what we're going to do is we're going to build a team of affiliates. And anybody can simply join us as an affiliate, and they will get their own special link, their own special URL. And if they promote our product and people click on their URL, then we'll credit them for the sale. Right? And this is really powerful. And this is actually really good for a business because the business doesn't have to pay for, clicks that don't lead to sales. They only pay for those that actually lead to sales. And so for the business owner, this is a really powerful strategy, which explains why some business owners will use affiliate marketing. But then also, you can see that it's really powerful for the affiliate because he really doesn't have much at stake. He can go out and promote the business using his special link. And then if he sells anything as a result of that, then he is credited and he receives an income. Now, I started doing this whenever I first got started in online marketing, probably in the mid 2000s. And I found this to be really interesting, the affiliate marketing. So I began doing things with Amazon. I began doing things with another company called Aweber that was an email marketing firm, and several others as well. Constant Contact was one that I did, and it was really a powerful business. And in fact, I still receive money to this day from the affiliate marketing efforts that I did many, many years ago. That's a really powerful income stream that you can create, and it can really power your overall financial plan by creating these multiple streams of income. Well, we even here at Follow the Money have our own affiliate program. We don't talk about it very often. We have some really successful affiliates who promote Follow the Money. They say followthemoney.com is a really important website. It's a really great website for learning how to become a better investor or become a better trader. So I'm going to go tell people about it. And so people can, become an affiliate here at followthemoney.com, and they get a special link. They log in their dashboard. They can see how many clicks they've gotten, how many sales they've had. And then they're able just to promote followthemoney.com. And what I will tell you when it comes to affiliate marketing is that you really need to focus upon promoting those products or services that you A, use, and B, that you really believe in. Right? You don't want to be promoting products that you don't believe in. That's just not a very good business. So anyway, when it comes to affiliate marketing, this can be a really simple, small business that you could start on your own, that you could just take, an hour or two a day and focus on. We have a whole affiliate marketing mastermind video that we created here for our members many years ago. And I've learned so many things over the years about affiliate marketing. So we've shared all of that with our members. And so that's a really powerful income stream that you can create. In fact, we even have that section in our Income University. So we even have information there. So affiliate marketing, a very powerful strategy that I think that everybody can benefit from. Another idea in level 5. So we've gone through many things now. We've gone through, of course, the very first thing we talked about was starting your own business and what that meant. We talked about, again, stock and option trading as income strategy. Then we just talked about internet and affiliate marketing and its potential. But let's talk about two more things before we close out today's show. The next thing that I want to talk about is venture capital. So venture capital is where innovation meets investment. And so what venture capital is, and I'm talking on small scale now. I realize that most people aren't sitting on, $2 or $3 or $4 million just looking to put it somewhere, or even more. We're not talking about Shark Tank kind of deals here. We're talking about smaller kind of deals where you're helping local businesses. Now, if you have more money and you want to do larger venture capital stuff and you want to join an association or something like that and get that going, that's fine. But that's something that's you really want to think about before you get involved. But for smaller things, I tell you, this was one of the smartest things that I tuned into early on as I was trying to build wealth. And that is that you will often find small business owners in your community. In fact, you probably even know some, maybe at church or maybe at work, or maybe somebody's trying to start a small business at work, or maybe you have somebody in the family who's trying to start a business, or a fellow friend or your cousin or something. And when you find those people who are trying to start a business, they're in a place where they need help. And if you can provide some sort of help, whether it's marketing help or whether it's, like I'll give you a perfect example. I knew one guy who really needed a vehicle for his business. And so I was able to help him secure that automobile. And for that, I was able to receive a cut of the business for a period of time. That was really powerful. It was a simple thing, but it was something that the business owner really needed. And I had my skill that I could bring to the table, and I was able to benefit from that. Right. Also, you may be the marketer. You may know how to do online marketing very well. That's another thing that I did. I've talked about that before in the past, where I used to have an appliance repair business. Whenever I was getting started, I was pretty young, and I learned how to repair appliances from my father, who has an appliance repair business as well. And so I learned that skill, that trade, and it's been a wonderful trade, of course. I mean, it allows me to save money, here at my own house. I don't have to call out the refrigerator repairman every time, a little fan goes out or something like that. But the other thing is that because I knew that business, as I grew in my finances, it got to a place where I wasn't able to run calls all the time. I was doing other things. And so I was like, well, maybe I can just take what I've learned about, online lead generation, and I can help other businesses that are doing the same thing because I know the business. And so I began, creating leads for appliance repair companies and making money from that. We would split the calls 50-50. And I thought, this is a fantastic, what a fantastic business. You could do this with almost any business. And you don't just have to do it locally. You can slowly expand and do other states. Okay, what I'm trying to tell you is that there is so much opportunity that anyone who tells you that they can't make money, or that, they're just one of these strange cases that, they don't have any ability to make any money. They don't have any talent. They don't have any skills. You can overcome those things more today than I think at any point in history, because of the internet, because of the amount of education that's available at our fingertips, the information that's available to us. You can succeed. And there are what I often think about is how many things that I can't do. I'm only one man. I can only do so many things, but the ideas in my head are always just exploding. Like I see, because I've lived like this for so long, I just see opportunity everywhere. And I think that's the difference between those who are successful and those who aren't. Those who are successful see opportunity. They see it. They'll see something and they'll say, wow, there's a need here. I could feel this need, but you only have so much time, right? On the contrary, those who fail in business and those who are not doing well financially, they don't see opportunities often, right? They think that there's no opportunities. They kind of have a poverty mentality. They say, well, there's not enough money for me, or there's not enough money to go around, or I can't think of any ideas, or I don't have any skills. No. All of these things they're all at your fingertips, right? So you can succeed. You can go out there and start a business, and you can go out there and start an affiliate marketing business, or you could do some venture capital, or you could do trading. You can find an angle, right? You can do online marketing and help another business, and then grow from that. So there's so many different opportunities, and so venture capital, I think, is just one that's really powerful. The best way to do it is just look around your life and try to find somebody who has a small business who might be struggling, and then just see, maybe you're not going to go work for them, you're not going to go get a job there and work, but instead you might be like, hey, do you need help with marketing? And maybe you know how to do marketing, or maybe, are you needing something? Is there something I can do to help? And then you find out a way, because oftentimes these business owners would be happy to share with you some of the sales if you can help them make more sales, right? And so that's a really, really untapped thing. And of course, when I say venture capital, most people think of, big time, putting millions and millions and millions of dollars into something some sort of startup. I'm not really talking about that. I'm talking more about just real, small mom and pop kind of businesses that just need a little help, and you can provide something from your skill set That's what I'm talking about. So tons of opportunity there. I can't even tell you how much opportunity is there. It's incredible. Before we conclude today, what I want to do is I want to finally get into one more topic. And you can see here, level 5 is full. Level 5 is filled with all kinds of money creating ideas, income generating ideas, right? Profitable strategies that are available here in level 5. We're just scratching the surface. We're just talking about a few of the ideas, but they're big ideas and they're really powerful ideas. So the last thing that I want to talk about is real estate. Many of you know, maybe not all of you, but many of you who've listened to this podcast for some time, especially our members as well, those who are members here at Follow the Money, who hear our weekly webcast. In addition to doing this podcast, our members get a weekly webcast every Tuesday. It's video format. It's me talking. We're going through all different kinds of things that are happening in the economy, trading ideas, investing ideas, things to watch for, what's happening with gold, what's happening with the dollar, what's happening with stocks, what's happening with cryptos, on and on and on. Interest rates. We talk about it all. And we take your questions and all of that. That's every Tuesday morning for our gold and platinum members. We've been doing that for years. Now, but those who have attended those or those who have been listening to this podcast for some time, you know that real estate is my personal favorite asset class. I just can't think of an asset class that I find more attractive. It has incredible benefits. I mean, not only does real estate allow you to generate wealth and build equity, but it's one of the most reliable long-term investments that you can make. You know, unlike the stock market, which can be more erratic, the value of houses, although we do have some downdrafts occasionally, they tend to be pretty, more stable, we would say. You get inflation protection, right? When you own a house, the house tends to go up at least at the pace of inflation, if not more, usually more. And if you turn that property into a rental property, of course, then that provides passive income. And that passive income, by the way, is tax advantaged income because you get to write off many different things. And not only that, you're providing housing. It feels really good when you know that you're providing housing for people in your community if you're renting out your property. But that's the thing. Renting real estate is probably the most common thing that people will think about. And it's one of my favorite, as I mentioned, one of my favorite ideas when it comes to real estate is just renting single family homes. I find them to be very simple to understand. I understand the bricks and mortar concept. I have a home myself. I'm a homeowner. I've been a homeowner for since I was 21. So I fully understand how to take care of a house if I have to. I know how or who to call, right? And so you have that. I have that background. So to me, renting a single family home is not something that's unusual. Now, if I went out and I rented a massive mall, I don't think I would know all the things that I would need to know. I'm not too familiar with, really massive, huge commercial real estate. That's not really my niche. My niche is the single family home. And my goal, is just to have many of these smaller homes, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom homes, and then, have renters pay them off over time and then have those in retirement. That's just, to me, it's a really powerful strategy that many people leave on the table. They think of their 401k and they try to max that out, but they don't think about other things like, buying a piece of real estate and renting it out. And of course, as I mentioned, you do have all of these tax benefits. Your mortgage interest payments are deductible. Your loan origination fees, insurance payments, utilities, maintenance, repairs, advertising, marketing, homeowners association fees, property management fee, everything's tax deductible. That's what I really like about the real estate business. But here's the deal. Renting a piece of real estate is one strategy, right? But it's not the only strategy. In fact, a lot of people who don't have a lot of income or they don't have a lot of money on the table, they may say, I can never get into real estate. I don't know how I would ever do it. I don't know how I would ever have enough money to buy a piece of real estate. Or maybe you're even thinking, I can't even buy my own house, because of interest rates and because the housing prices are so unaffordable. How in the world would I ever, get involved in real estate? So I can I can understand that or sympathize with that because I can imagine, being someone who's just kind of getting out of college today and just trying to get started and looking at the prices of houses mean, you say, this is crazy. How in the world are you supposed to afford this? Well, another way to make money in the real estate space is through wholesaling real estate. This is a whole other strategy that many people don't think about or talk about. That's really powerful. And we've done a whole course on wholesaling real estate, teaching you all the basics of how to do it. We've seen many people do well with wholesaling real estate, where basically you're the matchmaker. So you're not a realtor, but you're a matchmaker. So without getting too deep in the woods on this, basically you're just going to match the buyer and the seller. You're going to find a house. You're going to find a seller who wants to sell his house. And then you're going to have a list of buyers that you kind of, procure through networking, things like that. And then you try to match the buyer and the seller. You try to find, good deals before the realtors get to them, so to speak. And that can be a very powerful strategy. So wholesaling is powerful. Another really cool real estate strategy is investing in tax liens or tax deeds. I have one student right now that I'm thinking of who has done so well, incredibly well with tax liens, better than she had ever expected. And I'm so proud of her. But, and I'm thinking of others as well who have used different strategies to do well in real estate. With tax liens, we have a whole, video and things we've talked about with tax liens and how they work. There's so much here. There's so much opportunity. If anything that you take away from this podcast today is that there are so many different opportunities available to those who are willing to put forth the effort, right? There's so many different investing strategies, income generation strategies. So there's no excuses. You can succeed if you really put your mind to it. Friends, welcome back to the final moments of today's broadcast. Today, as we reflect upon our journey through advanced investing and diversified income streams, we've really navigated the intricate paths of entrepreneurship. We've talked about trading strategies, and we've also talked about, the idea of some unique income streams, the idea that we had just talked about of affiliate marketing and venture capital and even real estate strategies. These are things that you can do if you truly want to get out there and improve your overall financial situation. And as we draw the curtain on this episode, I encourage each one of you to delve deeper into the realms that ignited a spark within. Dive into the world of business if entrepreneurship stirred your curiosity. Sharpen your trading acumen. Explore the digital playground of affiliate marketing. Consider local venture capital opportunities, or delve into the intricate world of advanced real estate strategies. Remember, the journey to financial mastery is as diverse as your unique interests are. But the odyssey doesn't end there. Take action, initiate conversations, let your curiosity guide you. This wealth playbook that we've discussed today is a living document, and your story is its next chapter. And now, as we wrap up, I like to leave you with a final word, and this time it's taken from the legendary Peter Drucker, who said, "The best way to predict the future is to create it." It's not just about reacting to the world, living in a constant reactionary state. It's about actively shaping your financial future. Well, I sure hope you've enjoyed this podcast series on the 5 levels of financial freedom. We've covered many different topics, and I encourage you to not stop here, but to dive into our website, followthemoney.com/5 levels. Go through those levels, see how they fit into your own situation, see where you can use them to improve your financial house, get it in order so that you'll be ready for the uncertainty that's inevitably ahead. And that's just something to think about. Remember, friends, when you want the truth about the global economy, just follow the money. Have a safe and prosperous week, and we'll see you right back here next time. Until then, God bless.
All of the information contained on the Follow the Money podcast podcast is strictly for informational and educational purposes. It should not be construed as specific investment advice. The views and opinions of our guests and sponsors, including Tom Cloud, are their own and do not necessarily represent the views of FTMDaily.com or Robinson Media Group, LLC. Jerry Robinson does hold an insurance license and at times may offer consulting on life insurance and fixed retirement income products. Follow-up, individualized responses to email or phone requests that involve the rendering of personalized investment advice for compensation will not be made absent compliance with state investment advisor registration requirements or an applicable exemption or exclusion and applicable insurance regulations. Past performance is not indicative of future results. You should be aware of the real risk of loss in following any strategy or investment discussed on the podcast. Remember, never do your financial planning through podcast or radio. It's your money. Be wise. Do your due diligence and always consult a trusted financial professional before making any financial decision.